going to be telling the story of Susan and Nellie. Susan was the type of person who believed that it was important to try and understand each other as much as we all could. One day, Susan met Nellie, a person who was very hard with opening her mind to new ideas and interpretations. As you can imagine, this caused a lot of disagreements between them. Susan wanted to help Nellie realize that there are different kinds of ways people can interpret certain things. "How's that so?" Nellie said. "I know what the Bible says. How can there be more than one interpretation? There must only be one. How does that work?" "It's called hermeneutics," Susan said. "What is that, a type of spell?" said Nellie. "No. The word hermeneutics means interpretation, and this word comes from the ancient Greek word hermenum, which means to utter, to explain, and to translate. Interpretation is what we use in everyday life to help us understand better what we might be doing, reading, or going through." "I don't understand," said Nellie. "Well, you see, there are different aspects of hermeneutics. Starting off with the traditional hermeneutics, which focuses on the way people interpret written texts. There's also romantic hermeneutics, which focuses on how German philosopher Schleiermacher's idea of being able to understand another's soul. Finally, philosophical, which analyzes the conditions for understanding such as culture, tradition, language, and nature. Schleiermacher believed that it is important to understand sentences and grammatical interpretation. It is known that it is easy to misunderstand something, which is why Schleiermacher believed it is important to deeply understand others' words/ideas to find the meaning behind what is trying to be said. Okay, but then how do we define where meaning lies? Is there just one meaning or many more? How do we know that?" said Nellie. "Well, there are many ways in which meaning can be interpreted. Some believe that when an author writes something, they are directly trying to set a meaning for what they are writing, while others, such as philosopher Hans-Georg Gadamer, believe that the writing isn't objective, but instead is based off of the reader's interpretation, not the author's intention. So you're telling me that if I read something and found a certain meaning to it, it's because that's what I interpreted as, even though it was not the author's intention?" "According to Gadamer, yes. That is considered objectivism." "Objectivism? What is that?" said Nellie. "Morally, objectivism advocates the virtues of rational self-interest. Virtues such as independent thinking, productiveness, justice, honesty, and self-responsibility." "So the way that I interpret the meaning of a text is based off of myself and what I believe?" said Nellie. "Yes, exactly. You're getting it. To be able to have a clear description of what interpretation is, it is important to analyze all different kinds of ideas. Many different kinds of works of art, texts, and social norms are not independent objects, but instead, they are a collaboration of different concepts and ideas. Each time someone is given a text to interpret, they are already accumulating the past thoughts and interpretation of it, and each time someone new reads it, a new set of ideas are added, adding a new voice. Okay, what if I believe one certain thing based off of my experiences, and you believe another based off of yours? Is there a way to find which one is true? Well, in that case, it would be considered subjectivism. Subjectivism is the way that each idea is merely subjective based on each individual's experiences without an objective truth. "But aren't there many ways people can have the same idea, such as if they have the same culture or language?" said Nellie. "Yes, you're absolutely correct. That seems to be the problem with objectivism, since things such as language are more objective, as Gadamer has stated. But why is it objective and not subjective? As Gadamer has stated, language is objective because it focuses more on the world's perspective rather than an individual's consciousness. Language is not something we can just randomly make up. It is more something that is already created and just used by us." "I see. So we must be able to find an in-between with everything and try to understand different ideas and perspectives." "Yes, that is what helps us uncover deeper and stronger meanings." Wow, I feel like I have learned so much from you and would like to learn more. I would love to teach you more.